The reason I'm stopping you is the airplane checked your speed at 72. Did you know you were going that fast?
Got one coming to you. It's a gray one running 84.
Muskogee, all units. Charlie 65 has vehicle spotted in He's at 35. Can you start there what?
Ocean 35 in Muskogee will not be in route. Left hand bigger.
We work with the units. We look for clandestine labs, do surveillance type work with it.
We have the body inside at this time. Appreciate your assistance.
Highway Patrol aircraft are an essential part of law enforcement in the state of Oklahoma.
With a current fleet of 8 single-engine Cessnas used primarily in traffic enforcement, and a Robinson helicopter whose main role is in drug interdiction, we're able to cover every area of the state at a moment's notice.
The use of aircraft has been proven significant in the reduction of fatalities on Oklahoma highways.
The Aircraft Division of the Highway Patrol began in 1948. Oklahoma became the first state to use an aircraft for traffic enforcement. Lieutenant Art Hamilton piloted the plane, which was loaned to the department. Lieutenant Hamilton is credited as being the originator of air surveillance by state police. His effectiveness led to the division's expansion in 1964 to 4 planes and pilots. During his career, Hamilton logged over 19,000 hours in the air. Lieutenant Hamilton retired in 1967. He passed away in 1985. Since its beginning, the Aircraft Division has been known nationwide as a leader in airborne traffic enforcement. The division has grown over the years to its present fleet of 9 aircraft. Funding is provided primarily by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office.
Skyline 120 Hotel Papa, Riverside Ground.
Riverside Ground, Skyline 120 Hotel Papa, run-ups complete.
The Oklahoma Highway Patrol pilot has an exciting and demanding job. He must graduate from the Highway Patrol Training Academy and spend 5 years working as a road trooper. After these initial 5 years, a trooper may request a position as a trooper pilot. At the present time, only troopers possessing a pilot's license are being selected. A pilot's license is granted after a very intense ground school, a minimum of 40 hours of flying time with an instructor, a written test, and a final flight check from an FAA examiner. Most OHP pilots have gone on with their training and have an instrument rating. This means that the trooper has the ability of flying his plane solely by reference to its cockpit instruments. Several of the trooper pilots are also commercial and multi-engine rated. All of this training is necessary to safely fly each assignment.
Runway 18 right, clear for takeoff.
Every day, the pilots must talk to the air traffic controllers.
Riverside Tower, Skyline 120 Hotel Papa is ready to go 18 right, stand in the pattern.
Skyline 120 Hotel Papa, Riverside Tower, hold short of runway 18 right, make it track.
Short. This is 947.
Getting in and out of some of Oklahoma's larger airports often requires that the pilot talk to 5 or 6 controllers on 5 to 6 different frequencies. Must also spend a few moments each day with the local flight service station to get a weather briefing for the area he's planning to fly in. Each pilot is assigned his own aircraft, along with a ground unit. The ground unit is used for transportation and for working traffic when the weather prevents flying. After every 50 hours of flight, each plane receives an oil change and an inspection from an FAA certified mechanic. Annually, every moving part in the plane is inspected and repairs are done if needed. Keeping both the aircraft and the ground unit maintained is a time-consuming job. The pilot must do this and keep up with the ever-changing federal regulations that control both him and his aircraft. He attends safety seminars, receives a medical exam each year that he must pass in order to keep flying. He takes a biannual flight check with an FAA-certified instructor, and if instrument rated, he must complete the requirements necessary to maintain that rating. Each year, the pilot must qualify with his firearms and on the breathalyzer. He must attend in-service training and pass a troop inspection. This rigorous training and continuous testing is necessary so that the OHP pilot can use his skills, knowledge, and equipment to help keep Oklahomans and their roadways safe.
The primary use of Highway Patrol aircraft is in traffic enforcement. However, in order for the pilot and his plane to be more effective, he depends on the troopers below him. The high visibility of the road trooper is still the main deterrent to speeding, and the use of aircraft has been proven to be a helpful tool. For the road trooper, it's an ideal way to supplement his daily activity.
And 37 from your right now, he's going to be number 2 on the inside lane, the gray car, number 2.
Before an assignment can begin, there are many factors the pilot must consider. Weather, road conditions, road trooper availability, and location can all affect the assignment. The pilot's job consists of flying his aircraft and monitoring the traffic below him. He must spot and clock speeders with a stopwatch, log all pertinent information, and relay that information to the ground unit.
You can see it's blue and running 75, stand by.
Each pilot works an assignment differently. Some like to work at lower altitudes between 1,500 and 2,000 feet. Others prefer the higher altitudes between 3,500 and 5,000 feet. The system used for determining speed from the air is very simple. The pilot uses a predetermined point, either a section line road or a painted mark on the roadway, to begin timing a possible speeder. He is responsible for making sure these distances are accurate. The violator is followed for either a half mile or a full mile. His speed is calculated by the number of seconds it takes to travel this distance. The speed is averaged over the distance rather than an instant clock by radar. After the pilot clocks a violator, he then radios the ground unit.
He's on the inside lane. He changed just as he went by you there. He's going to be the gray station wagon, looks like, on the inside lane.
It is the pilot's responsibility to maintain visual contact with each violator until he is stopped and confirmed correct.
And that is the correct one directly in front of him.
This is not always an easy task. Traffic becomes heavy and the speeder often changes positions several times as he is being clocked.
He's on the run. See him weaving in and out of the cars there?
The task becomes more difficult when multiple vehicles are being clocked. The pilot has the capability of timing up to 4 vehicles simultaneously, and sometimes more depending on the traffic flow and distance over which they are timed. In metropolitan areas, the pilot has the added responsibility of keeping radio contact with air traffic control, as well as watching for other aircraft. Safety is the primary factor in working aircraft traffic assignments. On busy roads, such as turnpikes and interstates, the safest way to stop a violator is to wait for him to come to you, then drive in behind him and make a normal traffic stop.
Ocean 34, X-ray 49, number 3 to you right now, so 1 over Brown, 72 at 1058, mile 22. Yeah, that's him right there going by.
Is it the number 1 stand, one straight up head?
He's 10 over Brown, number 2 in front of you right now.
Okay, I got him.
Yeah, that is number 1 in front of you, that is the correct one.
This method allows you to observe the violator and confirm that it is the correct vehicle. Most importantly, this method offers safety from the surrounding traffic. However, there is a disadvantage. A great deal of time is consumed chasing down the violator and then returning to the assignment location. The most popular way of working an aircraft traffic assignment is by flagging violators over. Ground units are parked off the highway, and the trooper works on foot. Time can be saved on contacts by filling out citations and warnings with general information before cars are stopped. The pilot will call out violators through the PA systems in parked patrol units.
65 at 349. He's 3/4 out. I'll give you a number here. Stand by.
You will then walk into the roadway and wave that violator over.
I see him right there. That is the correct vehicle.
Hello there. Hello. Driver's license there, please.
For safety, 2 or more troopers work these assignments. The benefit of this method is that more people can be stopped in less time. However, you risk injury to yourself and others if you are not constantly aware of what is happening around you.
We got an airplane up. He gets you a little bit over. He got you 64. I'm gonna write your warning on your speed, and I'll get you on your way here in just a second. Have you got your insurance with you?
In certain cases, it becomes necessary for the trooper to use his partner as a backup on a contact. If a problem develops, the troopers will allow speeders that have been called out by the pilot to pass by. The pilot will understand this as a sign of trouble and inquire about the situation. He will stop clocking speeders until he is told to resume. At times like these, the pilot's job remains that of surveillance. Although it is tempting to land and help, he is of more use remaining airborne and relaying information to headquarters should things get out of hand.
They seem to enjoy it. I can still come back 30 contacts. Shit.
After an assignment is over, the pilot and the road troopers will try to get together and discuss the interesting details of their jobs.
20 warnings, 2 arrests.
Yeah.
This helps them both better understand each other's duties and needs.
Coming up number 3 to you now in the inside lane, still at a high rate of speed.
The OHP pilot has been referred to as the Fuzzbuster's Buster. There are numerous devices available to drivers to help them avoid radar detection. No one has yet developed a stopwatch detector.
Since I've had it, got 2 tickets.
2 tickets? Oh, good. We need to get rid of it. It don't work very well.
Ocean 34, Young 30. Got one coming to you. It's a gray one running 84.
The greatest reward for a pilot on a traffic assignment is when a high-speed violator is apprehended.
This one is going to be picking it up a little bit quicker than 84. I got him on a half mile weaving in and out of traffic trying to get around him. Yeah, that is the correct one. 84 at 339, mile 64.
Traffic enforcement is only one of the duties of the Highway Patrol's Aircraft Division. Our airplanes play a vital role in manhunt and search and rescue missions. We are able to cover a vast amount of land and water in a small amount of time, and this can make the difference between life and death for Oklahomans in danger.
The OHP pilot is put to the ultimate test when he is called to assist on a manhunt. This is when all of his flight skills must be used. Manhunts require that the pilots fly over many different types of terrain, from rivers to mountains to open plains. He must concentrate on flying his plane, coordinating with the troopers on the ground, relaying information to headquarters, and intensely scanning the area for the suspect.
Muskogee attention units, Troop C, armed robbery occurred 7-Eleven store 9th and Broadway in Muskogee. Be on the lookout for a red Chevrolet C10 pickup. This authority OHP Muskogee. Keep 598.
Charlie 50, you got the suspect vehicle set.
Muskogee, all units, Charlie 55 has vehicle spotted on Davis Field Road. He's in pursuit. Ocean 35, can you start that way?
Ocean 35, Muskogee, is okay on the traffic. I'm close and I'll be en route.
Response time is very important. With 9 aircraft assigned across the state, an OHP plane can be on the scene within minutes.
Ocean 35, Charlie 55. I've got them inside. They're on the Davis Field Road right now. It looks like they're going to go into the old schoolhouse. Ocean 35, Muskogee. Charlie 55's got them stopped here at the old schoolhouse. They're out on the ground now.
Many times, the smart criminal will run to an area he can hide in. The plane circling above will force him to stay in place long enough for the troopers below to set up a perimeter and capture him.
On the ground! Get on the ground! I can't see this one's left hand. You see his hand? Get out the sides. Come straight out. Left hand back here. Right in.
Ocean 35, Muskogee. We have 2 in custody. Scene is secure. I'm 1098.
William 63, Ocean 34.
63.
If you could check the bank just to the south of us and see if you can locate anything in that brushy area.
Okay.
The Oklahoma Lake Patrol often requests our help in searching for lost boaters and drowning victims.
Okay, William 76. I've got an object spotted about, it's like about 300 yards. And if you turn 20 degrees to the left, it directs you into it.
63 is clear.
The glare off the water and high winds can make it difficult for lake patrolmen to spot things from their boats.
Okay, straight south of it.
South Harmony, straight ahead, 12 o'clock.
The pilot's view is from a different perspective. He can spot an object that is submerged under the water's surface and guide the lake patrol to it.
And then you can bring it to a stop there. It's about
50 feet or so.
Okay. Interdiction 34. We have the body inside at this time. Appreciate your assistance.
Safety is always the #1 priority, both in the air and on the ground. The skills that the OHP pilots practice on a day-to-day basis give them the edge they need to carry out their duties safely with positive results. A mistake at low level can be the last. This pilot was lucky. He walked away. With the ever-changing role of aircraft in law enforcement, Oklahoma has expanded its fleet to include a helicopter for use in traffic patrol and drug enforcement.
We purchased the helicopter for a drug interdiction type deal. It's on a grant, a federal grant for mostly drugs. We do a lot of marijuana with it. Also some drug interdiction. We work with the units. We look for clandestine labs. We do surveillance type work with it and also do manhunts. There's two pilots that are assigned to it. Joe Nicole and myself are assigned to it, and we work shifts. One of us works the morning shift, the other the evening shift. And we'll fly the helicopter anywhere per shift, 3 to 6 hours. Sometimes it goes as long as 10 hours. The helicopter is a lot more difficult to fly than fixed wing. I'm fixed wing and helicopter ready both. And flying both hands and both feet all the time, it's quite a bit more tiring. We got about a 2-hour fuel limitation, so we have to be back at the airport to fuel. Flying helicopters gets fatiguing. I think it's a definite benefit to the Highway Patrol. It supplements our aircraft fixed wing. We confiscated approximately 2,700 marijuana plants last year that we found with it. I like the helicopter the best because what you can do with it. The airplane is, you're not as tired when you get out of it, but simply what you can do with a helicopter is unique.
Being an Oklahoma Highway Patrol pilot is a stressful job. After an assignment, it sure is nice to turn your airplane towards home and just fly through some of Oklahoma's beautiful scenery. As an OHP pilot, all of us love to fly. There are days the weather is really beautiful, and just the joy that we experience from flying and enjoying our job as being pilots. It's a great feeling to do those things. When I was younger, I used to always see troopers on the highway and see them coming in and out of headquarters. And it was always a childhood dream of mine to become a state trooper. And one of my other interests was flying. And being in the aircraft division has really answered both of those desires of my heart as a young man to fly and to be an Oklahoma State Trooper. Love the Highway Patrol. I'm very proud to be a part of it, and I think that we have one of the best aircraft divisions around. We feel like we make a difference, that if we can save a life, then we've done what we have been hired to do. and that is to protect the motoring public on the Oklahoma highways.